Jnabe in the building. Appreciate you tapping in with us, sir. Welcome to Syke Studios and SprinkleSumSalt podcast. You have a card in front of you. We always start the show off with a little joke. Go ahead and read that card for us. Make us laugh, sir.
Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
That was good. That was a hell of a delivery, sir. Hey, what's up, Guan? Bonjour, famille. It's Bump Jonas, and I'm here with...
Yo, it's Jnabe harder with Wasabi, half Japanese, half Vietnamese legend in the building at Syke Studios with Bump Jonas. Sprinkle some salt, let's get it.
Let's get started. I can't say no more. Hey, man, hold on. Another applause for that shit, bro. That was fire. Jnabe, man. Fuck, bro. I want to just ask what you've been up to, but you know what? I'm gonna go back because I'm being too comfortable because we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on to the show. Thank you for being a longtime friend and sponsor of the podcast in the way that you move. Always business-like, always really just on your time, on the logistics about your shit. I had the opportunity to interview you twice through IG Live. You've been to the Mecca. You've always had great energy. You've done the work. You've done the promotion. You've done the content. You've always done what you're supposed to do and still come through with music. So I want to start off with flowers and just say thank you for being who you are, how you are. Your self-confidence inspires others to be just as confident, if not more. You know what I mean? Like when people really need to dig in, we don't need Naruto. We got Jnabe. You know what I mean? But I do have to ask you a question that I've asked everyone that's come here, and I realize off camera this is your first time being here. So, who is Jnabe? What do you do, and why?
I would say Jnabe is an artist who likes to experiment, always trying to push the boundaries, seeing how far I can take something, just becoming the best version of myself I can be. I feel like Jnabe is around to like help people, inspire, show people that like you can start from nothing and become something. And I'm also a big mental health advocate because I've had a lot of mental health problems in my past. So I just want to show that like you can get through whatever you're trying to overcome or try to live life with, because we all have our demons. So I just want to be there to show people that like it's possible to live in peace with those demons.
Oh. There's a lot of times when I don't have a response.
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of those times like that's who he is. That's what he does, and that's why. Like, you just answered it all up. Good fucking job. So let me get to my comfortable question, because I've known you for almost over 4 years now. Like right when I was first starting Sprinkle Some Salt, within a year or so, we came across each other. You were definitely in love with your girl back then. You were all about your music. You were all about mental health. You were all about your heritage in a sense. Was it Japanese and Vietnamese?
Yes.
Okay, and so like you were a fun-loving, culture-driven guy. Has that changed in any way?
No, I don't really think it changed that much. I just kind of leaned more into it, I feel like.
Okay.
It's just evolved since then.
Okay, so look, good Pokemon reference there. Speaking of, okay, hold up. But I want to ask though, like, what has been the evolution? What first of all, what have you been up to? Like, what have you been doing since, Acura? You know what I mean? What's been going on?
I've had a dancehall album that came out. I think that was actually around the time that Knowledge died, was we finished up that album.
Okay.
Which I know you're gonna get into at some point in this interview, but we worked on that, and it was pretty much Knowledge getting all his friends to get on tracks with me. I was like, yo, bro, I want to do a dancehall album. He's like the guy I know to do that stuff. So he's like, yeah, I'll just hit up my boys and then we'll do the tracks and stuff like that. So we got that all filled out. And then I did a Eurobeat album, which is like based off of Initial D. Damn. If you ever heard that anime where they do like mountain
No, but I'm gonna check that out.
Like, yeah, it's
Initial
pretty,
D.
Yeah, it's like a '90s anime.
Okay. Oh,
it's
we love
known.
90s.
It's known for that meme song "Deja Vu." I don't know if you heard that
No.
one, but if you YouTube it, you probably figure out what it is.
See, this is why I do this shit, so I can get caught up on like random things that I don't know. I love hipster stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Initial D anime, Deja Vu is a clip. We're gonna check that shit out, man. So Okay, you've been busy. Dance Hall, Eurobeat project.
Yeah.
This is coming off of the older projects that you already had from back then. You've been getting plaques as well. I'm just kind of scrolling through your social media. You have been busy. Um, I do want to ask, tongue in cheek though, there was a point where I noticed you had long hair,
Yeah.
and then you didn't. And I remember when I first met you, you've always kept your hair kind of
Yeah.
close cut. So
Yeah.
what was the deal with the long hair?
I wanted to try something different. Honestly, after Knowledge passed away, I kind of got depressed.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll just grow the hair out, see where that takes me, get a
Okay.
different look. So I
Okay.
want to try something new.
And then you were done with it.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
to us about the haircut. Like, well, why did you had the hair, you were growing it
I'm
out.
trying to think, why did I need the haircut? I think I need to do like an interview or something.
Okay, it was time
Like,
to.
yeah, I'm like, I need to like go back to my regular form. Like, I tried it. It was hard to maintain. It's just long hair. There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to deal with, tangling and stuff like that. And I have really thick hair, so it's hard to take care of. So I was like, I'm just gonna cut it and not deal
It's
with it.
done. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Back to the real Jnabe. I love it. Is ramen still your favorite dish?
Yeah, I would say so.
Still no change.
Yeah, I buy ramen in bulk, so I buy it like off of Amazon. I just have like bulk boxes of ramen in my garage.
You're
And I
just-
went to the Asian store down in Overland Park the other day, and I was like, "This is new ramen." Like, I just try everything. I just go down the aisle. I'm like, "I'm getting this. I'm getting that.
So
I'm
you,
getting."
that's what I'm saying. You're just like a ramen collector.
Yeah,
A
I just
ramen-
try. I try to try every flavor I haven't tried yet.
All right, man. Hey, all you ramen folks, all you ramen creators, producers, got an ambassador waiting on you. Just cut the check. Just saying, man. So we talked about the dance hall and the Eurobeat. There's a couple of songs that I noticed that came up on your page that I want to ask about, which is one of them being "Show Me Love," "You and I." Show Me Love" is a little bit older. "You and I," and then also is it Park University
Yeah,
freestyle?
Park University freestyle. Yeah.
So and there's a theme that I'm seeing here, but one thing I'm curious about is of the three, "Show Me Love" and "You and I" are very romantic, very like you're expressing your heart is on your sleeve, right? Park University freestyle, there's a little flossing going on there. There's a little, I mean, you're still, hey, I'm about my woman, but you kind of talking shit there. So, like, what happened? What was that about?
Depends on how I feel when I go to the studio. Sometimes I just want to spit some bars. I'll be like, okay, you guys get a rap track this week.
Okay, okay,
It just
okay.
depends on how I feel. But I would say most of my music is definitely romance based.
Yeah, it's very melodic,
Yeah.
very like you're very groovy. A dance hall doesn't surprise me for real, and a Eurobeat doesn't surprise me because you have such a, you know, it's just a happy vibe with you. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a party. Obviously once you get comfortable, which is a lot of people, right? Um, I want to ask though, what's the process like for you with these songs? Like Park University freestyle, it felt like you had just recorded it kind of like in the moment, like
Yeah.
literally I almost say as you were recording the content, but maybe not right then, but it felt like you were just really fresh and right there. So did you literally freestyle that or did you write that or how did that work?
Usually I freestyle most of my songs.
Excuse me.
So
Really?
typically, yeah, I just punch in, go line by line.
Okay,
And
okay.
then I just kind of like riff off the top of my head. Like I figure out the top line or like the melody.
Okay.
And I go based off of that and fit in the words. And I just edit it as I go. And then pretty much after about like an hour or two, I can have a song done.
You got that knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I do notice that you have sort of I don't want to say increased your content, but it's definitely like it's had an uptick, right? I would
Yeah.
say definitely for the last 3 or 4 years, but within the last 2 years or so, there's been a difference in your content. What brought on that change? Like, did you just kind of get some different inspirations, or did you want to try different things?
I feel like I realized I need to push heavier on social media. And I've been researching a lot more about marketing. Everyone's like, short form content. You need more short form content. So I started linking it with RGB. Shout out to him.
Oh, shout out to
Some.
RGB.
We started doing some short form clips, and then we've also been doing music videos. So just trying to get more content.
Okay.
I just recently he taught me to buy the DJI Pocket 3, which is like the little vlog camera.
Yep.
So I've been carrying that around, just trying to increase my content. Because I feel like today's just a content game, honestly.
A little more salt for that one because he's right. It's content game, and you make music on the side.
Yeah,
You know,
pretty much. You got to be influencer first, pretty much.
I look at it like this. I mean, obviously, I'm a podcaster. I consider myself media, so I don't worry about it. But from an outside looking in, I think artists would go a long way if they create the content knowing that their music becomes the soundtrack for that content, right? And so, like, maybe if you're just like looking at it like you're making little mini video snippets of some sorts, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
music video snippets or something. I don't know, but I like what you're doing, and I like how you're very strategic. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I love the word logistics, and you keep your logistics covered. So, kudos to you for that. Bit of a serious question. In your time, you mentioned mental health, and I want to talk about that a little bit. But who do you think you have inspired, whether it be your music or just your approach to life? And I know that you've had others that have inspired you,
Yeah.
but who do you think you have been able to inspire so far?
I feel like I've definitely been able to inspire other creators. 'Cause I have creators reach out to me and say, "Yo, bro, you got me remotivated. Like I thought, like I had to quit music, but then they rediscover their passion." I just feel like I try to lift the people up around me too.
Okay,
Like
that's
we're all in
good.
the
Yeah,
same boat. We're gonna put in the work.
we're gonna make it
I'm like,
happen.
if you fall off the boat, we're gonna drag you back up, and then we're all gonna try to succeed. That's just how it is. I just try to bring the people up around me.
Again, there's no knocking that. We're just gonna move on. Just move on. He's got a good answer. Have you done media training?
Knowledge taught me a little bit.
There we go.
He was
Okay.
like, he was always, we would do like, he would have questions for me, like, he would be like testing me, and he'd be like, wrong answer. And he's like, do it again. He's very like, what do you call it? He's very good at getting the right answer out of you.
I like that. That's a bar. I like that. All right, so I want to. This is a question. I just call it smiles. I noticed from the time I talked to you initially through now, you smile. You start smiling a lot more. But you mentioned mental health. You mentioned that you've had some struggles in life.
Yeah.
My question is, how and why do you keep smiling? Why do you lead with a smile now?
I feel like I lead with a smile because it's just easier on your body. They say if you frown, you're using so many more muscles than if you're smiling.
Okay.
So it just makes life easier, and I feel like it's just good to be positive around people. You
Okay.
influence others, and others influence you.
Now I'm gonna pick on you a little bit.
Yeah.
How are you able to stay positive? How is it easier to be positive when you have had, a troubled past when it comes to mental health, or I mean, because that's where a lot of the positivity comes from, right? It starts
Yeah.
up here, right? And so if there have been areas of struggle for you, what makes it easier for you to be positive?
I feel like it's just putting myself around the right people, just years of therapy,
Okay.
and obviously mental health meds helps a lot too.
Okay. Okay. So
Adjust the brain chemistry a little bit.
keep things leveled out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay. All right. I like that. So in that sense, it is easier because you have the help and the tools and the people around you that you need. Okay, I like that. All right. This one, I've kind of pushed around, but I want to touch on it because I think it's important. You've mentioned his name a few times. Shout out to Knowledge. It's been what, about 3 years now?
yeah. I think it's been about 3 years.
3 years now
Yeah.
that he transitioned on. So definitely shout out to you. Peace to you. I want to ask. You mentioned earlier that you had a depressive mode, and so that's where the long hair came from.
Yeah.
When I met you, Knowledge was like your manager, your mentor, your organizer, your engineer, your producer, right? Ultimately, my question is, how did his passing affect you personally and your career?
So personally, it was kind of like I lost a brother, because I would always tell him, "Oh, he's like an older brother to me," and he felt like I felt like a younger brother to him. Just like I'm just a little crazier.
Yeah.
He's always telling me what not to do.
Like,
But
don't
yeah,
do that.
he helped a lot in my personal life. Like he was helping with my relationship with Ava. He's like, "Don't do that, do this." Like he was very good with people.
Okay.
He had a lot better people skills than I did. He's just very good at like knowing what to do. Like a very good mentor and like best like brother
Okay.
like figure. And I would say musically, he was just the one that like taught me everything I know today. So
Oh wow.
whenever I have some kind of musical issue, I'm just like, what would knowledge do? Like, what would he tell me to do?
Okay.
And he was always
That's the
there for
answer
me.
for you in
Like,
a lot of ways
he
now.
was, he knew like how to get the best out of someone when it came to music. And the same thing with helping me in my real life too.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
he was definitely the person a lot of people leaned on when they needed help or when they needed guidance. You just call up knowledge, and he was always there.
That he had the answer or a
Yeah,
way to get to the answer.
yeah,
Well, I want to commend you on being able to navigate that path and then to find your way back.
yeah.
What has been the effect afterwards now? Like, do you do your music the same way? Have you changed or adjusted the
I f-
process, knowing that you can't call him?
I feel like the strategies changed because he always seemed like he knew what he was doing. Like he had experience, like 30 years in the industry. So he'd be like, "Yo, we're doing this next. We're promoting this song next. Reach out to this podcast or like do this." And now it's just kind of up to me to be like, "Oh, I gotta call the shots now because it's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I gotta hope I make the right plays and stuff like that." But it's so much harder when you don't have someone to bounce off of, and then you have someone who has like such confidence in their strategic plays. So it's kind of I feel like I'm more guessing now or like trying to like assume what I need to do, but it's definitely hard without him.
God. Now you have to be the one with confidence.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, man, like I said, you're doing your thing. You're out here, and actually at that point, I should say thank you because you're striking out on your own in that sense. No longer, not even longer. You don't have the tutelage of knowledge, but you have his inspiration and his knowledge that he gave you. And the first thing he did was come here. So, you know what I mean? Can't be mad at that. So let me ask you, what's a Jnabe type beat? If you,
I feel like I like a lot of energy, or
okay,
like I like the melodics. Like it's got to be a type of beat that like gets you moving.
okay, okay. So melodic but high energy.
Yeah.
So like exercise music, or what do you envision someone doing while they're listening to your music?
I mean, you gotta at least have some head bobbing. That's like the bare minimum.
Okay, okay. You know what I mean? Like, should they be skateboarding? Should they be riding a bike? Should they be working out? Should they be working on a car? What should they be doing when
I
they're
feel like you
listening?
can be working on a lot of stuff when you're listening to Jnabe music. It's like
He
it's
said
pretty
all
much
of that.
yeah. It's like it's pretty much everywhere music.
Okay, that was a soundbite. That was a soundbite, y'all. That was good. That was good. Copy that. So, couple more questions, man. This is actually the part where we call sponsored questions, right? We got to pay a couple bills. Our first question goes out to Thrax Pastry. Nothing for sale here, just a suggestion where you can spend some time. I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself. The question here is called Weird Food. What is that dish, food item, you can bake it by, it doesn't matter, that you really, really love, but if you told your people about it, they'd be like, that's kind of weird, bro.
Okay, I got one for you. So, there's this restaurant called Sichuan Dynasty in Overland Park.
Okay.
They were actually in the Kansas City Star for this dish, but it's called a Mao Kai hot pot. It's a spicy Sichuan broth with you can get with vermicelli noodles, and I get the combination. So this comes with like pork blood, pork intestines, pork. It's like and then sometimes it comes with lotus root and all that stuff. But like it seems pretty foreign, but I just
Let's
really like
level it
it.
out with some lotus root. Because y'all
Yeah,
just hear pork blood, pork what?
pork intestines.
That's where, what? I come from a culture of chitlins. I should not be in any way surprised, but that's wild. Okay. Yes, sir, that's weird. I bet it's delicious, though.
Yeah.
I bet it's delicious. Holy smokies. Okay. This next question goes out to Sherry's Executive Lounge, a dope ass place right off of 39th and Genesee. If you ever want to get right with yourself and just meditate with your soul, grab a cigar, grab yourself a bottle, and just relax. Now, my question with you on this one is how do you cigar? If you were to light up a cigar, when are you doing it? Are you strategizing a marketing rollout? Are you celebrating an album release? Or are you just like, contemplating a diss track?
I would probably say marketing rollout.
Okay.
That's when I
Like
would do it.
figuring out how
Yeah.
you're sitting there lighting up a cigar and just kind of thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna get this.
I'll be like, get some pics real quick.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
in boss mode.
There you go.
They gotta see me strategizing over here.
We're always in boss mode, man. What are you talking about? Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, this one goes out to Syke Studios. A super easy question. It's just called studio feng shui. When it comes to your home studio, and what I mean by home studio is the place that you feel most comfortable recording, right? Could be at home, could be anywhere. What are some things that you have to have in that studio for you to feel like this is where I want to be? And what are some things that you're like, yeah, I don't want no green, I don't want no colors like that, no M&Ms. What are some things that cannot be in the studio so that in order for you to be like, this is comfortable?
I feel like I definitely need a lot of bottles of water.
Bottles of water, okay. Gotta have the mini fridge and the water's ready, okay.
Yeah, once my voice starts getting dry, the vocals don't hit anymore.
Yep, okay. And you the way you record, you need that hydration anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What's something that can't be in the studio?
The cats.
Yeah.
I don't need them climbing up on me and on the studio gear, and then they're always on my laptop too. Like whenever I'm
There's
trying to
something about
edit in Pro Tools, they're always like hitting the pause button, or somehow they know how to like exit out of my program when they crash my computer. It's like always something like that.
All right, so we need a Jnabe cat mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, man. So with that, I usually have a no. I'm actually gonna ask you both of these questions, and
Okay.
and the main reason is because like again, I know you, and so I'm like overly comfortable, but I need
Yeah.
to treat this like no, you've not been here at this table. So number one, are you still in love with music? And I say that, I ask that because of the life that you live, what you've gone through, the loss of your mentor, your big brother, changes in the music industry and landscape, right? Are you still in love with the music?
I feel like it's like any other relationship. It's like a love-hate relationship. Some days I wake up, I'm like, let's do music, and other days it's like, screw music. I'm like, I'm tossing you in the trash can today. It just depends, honestly. But
Okay.
I would say I love it more than I hate it.
Okay.
But it is a very real relationship with its ups and downs.
Okay.
It's like some days you really love it, and other days it's just like, nah, I'm not touching you today.
Not dealing with it. No, no. All right, so here's my last question. I ask everybody this. I will definitely get a chance to ask you again. When it's all said and done, when they've listened to your projects, when they've seen you at a show, when they've had a chance to enjoy a bowl of ramen with you, right? What is it you want the folks to walk away with as far as the Jnabe experience?
I would probably say empowerment, entertainment, feeling like they listen to my music and get something out of it. It's just like a deeper understanding of like yourself and of my music, and obviously to get to know me as an artist, which is probably the main goal with a lot of people. But I would just say just trying to understand themselves better
Through,
through
I
my
love-
music, and like just like understanding like how deep of a person I am, and just showing that like I pretty much put everything into the music. So if you listen to all my songs, you pretty much know the story already.
Easter eggs there. Message. All right, y'all. I got to get this up out of here. Bump Jonas here with none other than.
Jnabe hotter than wasabi.
We just had a sit down at Syke, y'all. Now, as I always say, love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world this week. Just be some dope individuals. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.